In today's era, there is no doubt that the internet has become an integral part of our daily lives. The internet has been changing the way we live and interact with the world around us. From easy access to information to communication and entertainment. And with greater reliance on technology, growing concerns have emerged about so-called internet addiction. It's no longer new that millions of people around the world spend many hours a day browsing social media, posting details of their day on it, or spending too much time gaming, or participate in any other online activities, to the point where they begin to affect their daily lives. In this video, we'll explore the concept of internet addiction, its types, science, and effects, as well as what can be done to overcome it. The internet has become an important part of our daily lives, and it has certainly changed the way of life as dramatically as any other technology. Despite this, the term internet addiction is still a bit vague. Little is still known about its impact on psychological function, mental health, and overall well-being. But it can be said that when the use of the internet begins to interfere with and affect daily life, and become a priority over the most important aspects of personal life, such as relationships, work and study, then it can be classified as addiction. Some psychologists tend to classify internet addiction as an obsessive disorder, while some call it the term excessive use of the internet. Avoiding the term internet addiction. Types of internet addiction. Internet addiction is an umbrella term that covers a range of behaviors that all boil down to the inability to control the rate of internet use. While there may not be a single fully accurate criterion for diagnosing internet addiction, the researchers identified four subcategories of forms of internet addiction as follows. First, addiction to online shopping. Certainly, online shopping has made it much easier for people and saved them from spending many hours moving between different shops to buy the products they want. But on the other hand, this may go too far until it reaches the stage of addiction for many. With increased ease of access to online stores and ease of delivering purchases to the home, it's becoming easier for people to fall susceptible to online spending addiction. If the desire to buy online reaches the point of addiction, it can significantly affect a person's financial stability and disrupt work-related duties. And spending large sums of money can cause tension in personal relationships. Second, online social relationship addiction. Addiction to online relationships with friends and replacing normal activities with them in real life is one of the most prominent manifestations of internet addiction at the moment. It's all about just doing social activities like greeting, sharing joy, talking, and spending quality time online. Without practicing these activities enough in the real world, there is no doubt that this greatly affects a person's social skills, as they can even have limited communication skills about interpersonal interactions. Often, this leads to an inability to make real-world connections, making a person more dependent on their electronic relationships. Treatment for this type of addiction usually requires psychological counseling to ensure that actual changes are reached. Third, addiction to online games. Online gaming addiction is a type of internet addiction characterized by excessive use of electronic games that require an internet connection and playing within a huge community of players around the world. Although online gaming can be fun and help refresh the mind and body, it can become addictive and cause the destruction of people's lives. Addiction to online gaming can negatively affect people's mental and social health. Addiction can lead to social isolation and deterioration of social relationships, reduce academic and practical performance, and even neglect household and family duties. Signs and symptoms of internet addiction. It has become necessary to explore whether or not you have internet addiction and whether your internet use is normal or has exceeded the normal limit and is beginning to interfere with your daily life. Until you check this, it's important to ask yourself a few questions such as, how many times have you discovered that you have spent longer on the internet than you intended? How many times have friends and family complained to you about how much time you spend online? In 2005, Dr. Keith W. Bird published an article in which he suggested 8 characteristics of an internet use disorder. If you meet 5 or more traits while using the internet, they will be diagnosed with internet addiction. These qualities are thinking too much about the internet, such as waiting for time so you can use the internet again, stay online longer than initially intended, endangering your professional and personal life by losing a relationship, job, educational or professional opportunity due to the internet. Internet addiction can lead to increased levels of anxiety and depression due to limited interaction with others and spending a long time in isolation. In addition, addicts may feel lonely due to lack of communication with friends and family. This in turn can cause low self-confidence and lead to serious mental disorders. Internet addiction and long screen hours can lead to lack of physical activity and weight gain, which can cause overall health to decline. An internet addict may also suffer from sleep disorders due to the constant thinking of the internet and the harmful effect of screens on the secretion of the hormone melatonin, which helps to feel sleepy and regulate sleep. In fact, there is no specific treatment method that can be followed to get rid of internet addiction. Depending on the degree of addiction and the individual's behaviors, the treatment method used will vary. It may be limited to being preoccupied with some other useful activities as an effective means of treatment, while in some difficult cases of internet addiction, you should go to a specialist psychiatrist to develop a time plan for treatment. Medications may even be used to control severe psychological withdrawal symptoms caused by disabling the internet if other treatment options are not effective. Keep in mind that the longer you spend on internet addiction, the worse the situation gets. So you shouldn't wait long before taking any action to get rid of this bad pattern. Here are some suggested steps you can take to recover from excessive internet use. First of all, you must acknowledge that there is a problem that needs to be solved. It can be hard to accept that the internet has become a harmful part of your life, but acknowledging this marks the beginning of recovery. Set the goals you wish to achieve by recovering from internet addiction. These goals may include improving mental and physical health, strengthening social relationships, or improving academic or professional performance. Once you have set goals, develop an action plan to achieve them. This plan may include identifying the causes of internet addiction and setting time limits for internet use. The plan can also include developing new skills to deal with negative emotions and pressures that may lead you to spend a long time online. Recovering from internet addiction can be difficult. If you're alone, it may be helpful to seek support from friends and family or visit a specialist if necessary. These people can offer advice and encouragement, and thus help you overcome the challenges you may face during the recovery process. There is no doubt that the phenomenon of internet addiction is one of the most prevalent phenomena in our time, which may negatively affect your success and progress in life. If you suffer from internet addiction, it is important to start getting rid of this addiction and start doing other activities that are beneficial and have a positive impact on your life. If you have a previous experience in getting rid of internet addiction, share it with us in the comments and provide tips that you think were useful to you while doing this experiment to benefit you. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel